find the goddamn button. But I found it now. Are we on? Okay. Struggling to find the button that makes me go live, but I found it in a road. Okay, good evening. Good evening and welcome, people. I hope everybody's... Just switch this off. Come on, come on. Okay, good evening. Good evening. There you go. That's done that. Right, okay. Welcome, everybody. If you're on Facebook, which you should be, but tomorrow night this will be on YouTube. But right now on Facebook, if you double click the screen that you're watching me on, then it should come up in a full page, and down the side is where the comments go, and then you can comment and let me know that you're actually in the house. And I can see some people are in. Trevor Haig is in the house already, and David Connolly. Welcome. Bad glasses, these. Right, welcome and good evening. I hope you're all well. I've got a surprise this evening, something which is quite different. It's actually a delve into my past, but in live time. Because what I'm going to do is I'm gonna show what I used to do when I used to have a band, which is slightly different than what I'm usually sort of known for. But Lisa Cambridge is in the house. Good evening, Lisa. Right. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to start off with this one, which is all about the Colt single action Peacemaker 6-shot revolver. And it was produced between 1873 and 1841, and they made 357,500 copies of the Peacemaker pistol. And it was a very successful tool. Mostly in .45 or 45, the Colt 45. And this is a song. Mark Wood's in the house. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. So, the Colt Peacemaker. Here it is. I'm a cool 3 pounds of cold steel, and I shoot even better than the way I feel, and I'm made to fit right in your hand. Why, I'll never understand, but I'm a peacemaker. I don't know how I got my name. Said I'm a peacemaker, but if I don't get the credit, then why do I get the blame? Could have been a hammer or a railroad spike. Could have been a train driving through the night. They gave my voice such a terrible sound. Well, I wish they left me in the ground, 'cause I'm a peacemaker. I don't know how I got my name. I said I'm a peacemaker. If I don't deserve the credit, tell me why do I get the blame? When the lion lays down with the lamb, you won't find me in nobody's hand. Till the time I will remain, till the sinner lays down with the saints. 'Cause I'm a peacemaker. I don't know how I got my name. Said I'm a you tell me why do I get the blame? Said I'm a peacemaker. I don't know how I got my name. Said I'm a peacemaker, but if I don't get the credit, why do I get the blame? Well, I'm a cool 3 pounds of cold blue steel, shooting better than the way I feel. The Peacemaker. Right, so if you've ever seen all the cowboy films, it's surprising if you start getting into armaments and what have you, then when you actually dig into the history of small firearms and rifles and shotguns and that kind of thing, back in the West, the accuracy was at the best 10 meters or 10 yards or 30 feet was the best that you could hope for accuracy with a pistol. And most people, there's none of this back in the real West. If you start looking into it, there's loads of stuff on YouTube telling you the history of the wild, what we call the Wild West. And all this, waiting for the bad guy to draw first, it was bollocks, complete bollocks. It was all that, shooting in the middle of a saloon, and it all kicked off, and some psychotic lunatic with a gun decides to shoot somebody because of falling out with them, and they're probably pissed as a fart as well, probably drunk on whiskey, and so the accuracy was next to now. But it's very, very interesting when you look at the pistols that you see in the films, because once you understand the age and date and timelines of the pistols, you went from cap fire to cartridge to an actual what we know as a bullet. And it was around about the 1800s when, 1873 when the .45 6-shooter, the Peacemaker, came in. Before that, there was the Remingtons, the big long ones that you see, the cavalry. They had a cap in, and some of them they used to load them like a bloody musket. So all this way you see them shooting 25 bullets out of one bloody pistol in the Hollywood films. It's not accurate, and also when you start to get nerdy, you find out that they didn't actually exist. But there you go, a little bit of insight into guns for you there. And I was in the Army Cadets from the age of I was actually 12. I should have been 13 before you could join, but I actually joined and turned up from the age of 12 until I was 16. I was the youngest person in the country to do the sergeant's cadre. I became a corporal, first a lance jack and then a corporal, after being a private, of course, and absolutely loved it. By the age of 16, I'd fired a Browning 9mm pistol, a Lee Enfield 303, an SLR, a self-loading rifle, the ones you see in the guys had in Ireland, the long ones. I also fired an SMG, Sterling submachine gun, a Bren gun, a GPMG, general purpose machine gun, that's a Rambo type thing, and a Carl Gustaf anti-tank weapon as well. And that was before I was 16. I absolutely loved it. We used to go on camps and used to go to the rifle ranges. I got my marksman badge and all that kind of thing. We used to be, every other weekend we was up at Altcar ranges, and it was brilliant, the Army Cadets. I loved it. That far from joining up into the Army. But my CO said if I, that's commanding officer, He said, Captain Roberts he was, of I Detachment. He said, if you join the army, he says, you'll be a lance jack within 6 months. He said, there's nothing we could teach you. You know everything. Because I loved it. And he said, I'll send you. He said, if you sign up, I'll send you your record. He said, and they'll see what you've done and how far you've got. He said, so go down to see the careers office. But I really didn't fancy doing it because I'd already done it once and I couldn't see the point in doing it again. Maybe my life would have took a different path. But who knows? Once I lived the life of a millionaire. Spent all of my money, you know I just did not care. Took all of my friends out for a really, really good time. We drank the bootleg whiskey and we drank that champagne wine. But now I find myself oh so low. Ain't got no money and I ain't got nowhere to go. If I could get my hands on a dollar again, I'd squeeze that dollar till that old eagle grins. Because nobody wants to know you anymore. When you're down and out. In my pocket, not one lousy dime. As for all of my good friends, you know they just pass me by. But now I find myself getting back up on my feet again. Suddenly everybody wants to be my new best friend. I'll tell you this without one shred of a doubt. I said, now nobody wants to know you when you're down and out. I said, now nobody wants to know you anymore. When you're down and out. I'll tell you this without one shred of a doubt. I said, now nobody wants to know you. Nobody wants to know you anymore. I said, nobody wants to know you when you're down and out. I said nobody wants to know you. Nobody wants to know you anymore. I said now, nobody wants to know you when you're down. You are down and you are out. And ain't that the truth? Nobody wants to know you when you're down and out. Okay. Wet me whistle time. That's better. And I don't know whether I did this one last week or not, but I'm going to do it again. Bugger it. This is a song. It's a song from the Greg Wallace songbook, and it's full of songs specially written for middle class ladies of a certain age, if you get me drift. And it'll probably get me in trouble, knowing the way things are going at the moment. You can't say boo to a goose, can you? But in road. It's all about cats. There's one thing I like to pet, and every evening we get set and I stroke it every chance I get. Well, it's my girl's pussy. Seldom plays and never purrs, but I like the thoughts it stirs, and I like it just because it's hers. My girl's pussy. Often it goes out at night and it returns at the break of dawn. Well, no matter what the weather's like, it's always nice and warm. I bring tidbits that it loves. We spoon like two turtle doves, and I take care to remove my gloves when stroking my girl's pussy. What a precious thing to handle. No one else can hold a candle. It smells so lovable and sweet. Never dirty, always clean, and in giving thrills it's never mean, 'cause it's the best that I've ever seen. It's my girl's pussy. Often it goes out at night and it returns at the break of dawn. And no matter what the weather's like, it's always nice and warm. I bring tidbits that it loves, and we spoon like two turtle doves, and I take care to remove my gloves when stroking my girl's pussy. When stroking my girl's pussy. There you go. I'll probably get some complaints in the post for that one. Good job I'm not on the BBC, eh? Right, okay. So, the surprise, or the... don't suppose it's a surprise, really. All it is that what I decided to do, something different to break things up, is to show people what I used to do. I used to play with my organ. This organ, the mouth organ, when I had a band. I was a leader of a band. I've been in a few bands, but I was a leader of a band called Mr. G's Blues Band, and we used to play all over the place, all over the north, all Manchester and what have you. And excuse me, burpees. And yeah, so I used to sing and just play harmonica. I didn't play the guitar. Then I've been playing the harmonica since I was about I don't know. I first got one when I was young. I think a lot of kids get given an harmonica, and I picked it up and put it down for years, and then eventually I decided to buckle down. And the same applies with the guitar. I had a guitar when I was a kid, and then I picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down, and then it was about 10 or 15 years ago that I started to really buckle down. And they say if you pick an instrument that you're going to play, if you play it for 10 minutes a day for a year, you'll play it for life. But if you don't, then you'll put it down and probably never pick it up again. But yeah, so I played harmonica, and so yeah, so that's what I used to do. I used to sing. So I thought what I'd do is I'd play to a backing track, and it'll give you a good idea of how I used to perform when I was with the band. So there was 4 of us in the band. There's sadly Steve McAvoy, who passed away sadly, and there was Tom Duffy and James Lawley, all fantastic musicians, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable musicians, and we were so tight. We played great for years, but the inevitable happens to all bands is, while it works, and then when it doesn't, you either stick together like the Rolling Stones or drift apart, and that's what we did. We did it for about 5 or 6 years, and we had a good run at it, and we had plenty of gigs, one every week, every weekend we were out, playing. But there you go. Well, this is the kind of thing that I used to do. So this is a backing track in E that I've got on the other computer here, and of course, if you're playing harmonica, these are diatonic harmonicas, and so what that means is you're always 4 keys up from the root. So if the root is is E, then this is A, and this is how it sounds. And that's that. That's I've had to stop it abruptly. That backing track's about 25 minutes long. But that's the kind of thing I used to do. I used to play with the humble harmonica and really enjoy myself with that one. But that's the thing. That's what I used to do. So, there you have it. If anybody is interested in playing the harmonica and wants to get started, then drop me a line, message me, because I do beginner lessons, and I can put you straight and tell you what how these things work and which harmonicas to buy and how to play, and I can get you going. I tend to find, I've taught quite a few people, and what I tend to find is that once you get your chops with an harmonica, once you know your way around it, the diatonic harmonica, and the way the tuning works, and the way that you relate a harmonica to a track, all YouTubers got all the backing tracks on, and I usually say, you know, a couple of 2, 3, maybe 4 lessons. And that's all you really need, to be honest. I mean, some people try and keep you onto a thing for, you know, lessons for ages now, but I never worked it that way. I mean, I picked it all up myself, and, you know, some people do, some people can. Some people need a pointer, and it's quicker if you got somebody to say, no, don't do that. Do this, and this is how you do that, and that's how you do this. And once you're on the path of learning an instrument, the rest is, as they say, practice, 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 nothing else. And so you can always get onto YouTube and away you go. So let me know if I can help. Any road. This is called Diddy Wah Diddy. Nothing to do with Diddy Pay, of course. There's a great big mystery, something that's been worrying me, and it's Diddy Wah Diddy. And it's Diddy Wah Diddy. Want somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means? There's a great big mystery, something that's been worrying me. Well, it's Diddy Wah Diddy. Yeah, Diddy Wah Diddy. Want somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means? I went out for a walk around and someone yelled, hey, look who's in town. Well, it's Diddy Wah Diddy. It's that Diddy Wah Diddy. Want somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means? Well, I'm sat in church and I'm wearing my hat, and the preacher said, son, you can't do that. Don't be a Diddy Wah Diddy. Don't you be a Diddy Wah Diddy. Won't somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means? Well, I got a girl about 4'5". She really makes me come alive with her Diddy Wah Diddy. Oh, with her Diddy Wah Diddy. Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means. Well, I got a girl about 4'5". She really makes me come alive with her Diddy Wah Diddy. With her Diddy Wah Diddy. Well, I think I know what Diddy Wah Diddy means. Come on, baby, I'll soon be gone, so give me some of that you're sitting on. That Diddy Wah Diddy. That Diddy Wah Diddy. Won't somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means? Well, my mom's gone. She told me, son, you're spending too much time upon her Diddy Wah Diddy. On her Diddy Wah Diddy. Well, I think I know what Diddy Wah Diddy means. There's a great big mystery, and it's something that's been worrying me. Well, it's Diddy Wah Diddy. Well, it's Diddy Wah Diddy. I think I know what diddy means. That's from 1929, a song by Blind Blake. All about his diddy wah diddy. Now, what we're doing time-wise, 32. Oh, we're well over. Right, okay. Philip Bent's in the house as well. Philip, how's it going, the old cocksparrow? Right, okay. So, I'm gonna call it a day or a night at that, and say thanks for tuning in. And don't forget that you can always catch up all of these live streams on my channel on YouTube called GJ Armstrong. So you go on there, and if you click on the playlist, you'll find that everything's all allocated into playlists. I've got all sorts on there. And there's another thing I want to tell you about, which is a place in Hyde on Commercial Brow called Relics and Rust. Now, Relics and Rust is a lifestyle shop. It's got a barber shop, it's got a tattooist, it's got a bar, they do American cars, they do everything. It's a fantastic place in Hyde, and it's a great place to hang out. And you can go down there, you can buy yourself a beer in the bar, you can get your hair cut, you can get a tattoo, and you can also listen to me, because on the 21st of December, Saturday the 21st of December, I'll be singing some songs, and I'll be doing my thing, as they say, from 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So get down there if you've got a mind and you want to enjoy some blues, country blues music. Then I'll be there. So yeah, I'll remind you next week as well about the gig. So yeah, 21st of December, Saturday at 4 o'clock. So until next week, I will say thanks for tuning in and adios. Adios, my friends, it's time for me to go, and it's been a blast to see you all. And since we met and we first said hello, but now goodbye. And the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Well, adios, I have to leave to travel to somewhere that I have to be, to a place where rivers flow gently to the sea, the open sea. And the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Well, I've sang a song or two, and I played this old guitar, and I hope the words I've sang has touched your hearts. One day I will come back and I will sing for you. And the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart. You will always be my kind. I said the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Adios. 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 Adios, people.